All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show on Onebar with Lupagus. Time to take a look and see what the experts grade the Vikings draft. It's easy for us to, bumper up a few grades because we love our Minnesota Vikings. So we got to take a peek, see what the experts give it.
See what those experts are going to be much more harsh and, I don't know, maybe much more real, I guess, when it comes to Vikings draft grade than we are. You alluded to that. I think you're right. But before we do, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like, and comment as well. And hell, feel like it, become a YouTube member too.
Yeah, become a member. We got a handful of new members over the last week. Appreciate everything. All the subs as well. It's been a wonderful week. Let's see if these experts' grades keep our spirits high or make us very sad. Where do you want to start?
Let's start with Chad Reuter, NFL.com. He gave the Vikings a B+. And, he said the Vikings gave pick value in 2023, day 3 picks this year, and much of their 2025 draft in moves that landed them McCarthy, tight end TJ Hawkinson, and Dallas Turner. I thought it was interesting that he actually included TJ Hawkinson in this, using the picks to get him. I thought was a nice spin. I haven't seen that anywhere else.
Smart man.
And, yeah, he is. And he just talks about Turner having the ability to make that investment worthwhile. So B+ from Chad Reuter.
Yeah, we if you haven't watched it, go watch it. We gave it an A-. So Chad Reuter, I think he usually is pretty favorable with the Vikings. I think he likes the Vikings, gives us good grades. And we got like Kuiper, Sports Illustrated, PFF. So we got about 5 or 6 we're going to go over. So Chad Reuter starts us off with a B+. I like it. He also did like the Walter Rouse and Juergens pick quite a bit.
Yeah, the Walter Rouse pick has actually gotten pretty good reviews overall.
Well, I'll say this, like when they were drafted, we're like, oh man, blah, blah, blah. Every one of these, almost all of them, everybody talks up our day 3. Like it gets a lot of love, all the picks. So just shows that we're morons.
Absolutely. Where do you want to go next?
I want to go to the Godfather. I want to go to Mel Kiper, that handsome fella down in the corner. He gave us a C+. And Mel Kiper's biggest issue, I'll wrap it up in a bow, is us mortgaging the future, all the trades we made, losing draft picks. But I expect more from Mel. Like, I expect better from Mel. Like, mortgaging the future, we ended up with 2 first-round picks, Dallas Turner and our quarterback of the future. So I don't know if that's mortgaging the future. I don't get it. I don't get that angle at all.
I don't think so either, especially when you look at, Kwesi's hit rate with those mid picks has not been very good so far through 2 drafts. So I don't have any problem packaging those up, moving up and getting a guy like Dallas Turner, who's going to have an impact, using those picks to go up and get your quarterback in the future, going 1 slot. It's not mortgaging. If we would have done all that, to go up to like 4 or 5 to get McCarthy, that's a different story. But you still had you still had Dallas Turner, you still had McCarthy, and you got a first-round pick next year. That's not mortgaging the farm.
Yeah, and even if we were, like, we did it to get like some stud-ass players. So yeah. Mel gave us C+, and usually what we're going to see here is anybody who gives us a bad grade, it comes down to the trades. It's like, it's not so much the players. It's just like, oh, they only have like 3 picks next year, blah, blah, blah. It's weird. It's weird. I don't like it.
Yeah. Let's go over to another one that gave us a C+. This is Sports Illustrated, SI.com, and they say this, which I thought was kind of to be honest, I thought it was kind of stupid. I thought the Vikings should have been more aggressive to get the quarterback they really wanted, but I also think that Kevin O'Connell is going to make it work with McCarthy. How does this guy even know what the Vikings offer or what the Patriots weren't willing to move? It's not up to the Vikings. You have to have 2 people to dance.
Easy.
I'm sure the Vikings gave him a delicious package. I mean, how can you just assume that they were not aggressive enough? The Vikings tried to get Drake May. Patriots said no.
I like how we started this video by saying, hey, you know what? We gave our time. Let's get the experts. They know what they're talking about. And all we're doing is arguing with them.
I mean, how does he know? He doesn't know what was given or how hard they tried.
They showed what the Vikings supposedly offered. So they offered the 3 first-rounders and like something else, some change. I don't remember. So I'm assuming they're going off of that. But I look at that, it's the other way around, is they didn't give up too much. Because if we would have gave up too much, we would have been getting killed for that. So double-edged sword. We got our quarterback, and we didn't give up a first-rounder next year.
I think they could lose the way this was graded. And he also didn't see the value of the Dallas Turner trade. So I don't know.
Well, and again, that's the theme here. Some people think that we didn't have to trade up to get him. They don't see the value there, which is weird because almost everybody had him ranked as a top 10 pick. Whatever, we got him. He's gonna have 10 sacks next year. It's gonna be beautiful.
Absolutely.
Bleacher Report gave us what?
Bleacher Report gave us an A-.
Yeah, and their big thing was the other side of this is where it's like we didn't give up the farm and we still got our quarterback. So a lot of interesting sides to this. Some people either love it, hate it, but Bleacher Report loved it. They
Yeah,
considered it a
and
win for Minnesota.
yeah, they sound like they really know what they're talking about over there at the Bleacher Report. So, like, what I'm hearing there. Let's go to the Yahoo. Yahoo gave the Vikings a C plus. Their least favorite pick of the Vikings was J.J. McCarthy. They said this is not a bad pick exactly, but McCarthy needs to show more before we can have full confidence that the Vikings got their guy. Yeah, that was been the story from McCarthy from day one, no matter who was going to draft him.
Yeah, no, it's McCarthy is probably he is the riskiest out of the bunch because he's done the least, but has also shown that he's a damn winner. So I can't argue their angle, but it's just a very common angle.
Yeah, and it was an angle that we knew heading into the draft. And we didn't overpay to get him, though. So that, I don't know, whatever.
All right. Well, we got Walter, too. Walter, the guy, Walter we have on every year, was not nice to us, gave us a D, ripped apart the fact that we traded up for Dallas Turner, said that there was just no one thought, or everybody thought he was going to fall that way, at least in the NFL GM world. And there's some sort of undisclosed issue going on. That's why he fell. I haven't heard anything about that, but Charlie reported that, and he's a smart man.
He is. Yeah, I mean, Walter, he doesn't hold back. He calls them like he sees them.
I enjoy that, though. I enjoy that about him.
It's honest. It's honest of him. You know, he's not holding back, and that's great. But he said Minnesota's third day wasn't too bad, but he said no pick that was made was graded above a B+.
Yeah, and again, day 3, getting love from everybody, including Walter, who would have had no issues tearing it apart.
Yep. Let's go to PFF, and I believe this will be the last one, or you got one more?
Nope, PFF is last, and they were very nice.
Yeah, gave us a B+. And they had one of the nicest things to say about our last pick, defensive lineman Levi Drake Rodriguez. We were calling him LDR. He said Rodriguez is exactly what you expect from a player of his caliber at Texas A&M Commerce. He recorded an impressive 16.4% pass rush win rate and 24 pressures on 205 pass rush attempts. His 91.0 PFF pass rushing grade ranked first among FCS interior defenders in 2023.
Yeah, PFF loves this guy. He was on their first team, All-American team. He loves him. And then based off of the offensive lineman we got late in the draft, they graded out very well. So I can see why PFF gave us a wonderful grade. Thank you, PFF. We needed to end on a good note.
We really
overall,
appreciate that grade.
I mean, this isn't just the only ones we looked at. I mean, there's a ton of draft grades out there. And it's overall, I would say it's more favorable. Yeah. Like the B's and the A's opposed to the C's.
Yeah, I think if you average it all out, it'd probably be like a B- C+ range. I think there's a lot of C+. Seems like a common one too.
I saw a lot of A's, but who knows? Let us know in the comments what expert grade you like, what you give it, anything. Best player, Walter Rouse, how much you love him. It could be anything.
Whatever you want to tell us, absolutely. And remember this, seagulls will steal food from other seagulls and other birds.
It's rude.